This is the class for CMA Part 1, and just for your introduction, you should know that CMA Part 1 has 10 lectures. It's a composition of 4 subjects. One subject is called budgeting, which has 2 lectures. Then there are 4 lectures for cost accounting. This is like the pure basic cost accounting, what is cost, fixed cost, variable cost, how we calculate cost. Then we have one topic called performance management, that is more into critical success factor, KPIs, and when you work in a company, if you want to evaluate how good your company is, we do performance management. And the very important part of this is the internal audit, which we have 2 lectures. Because we are going to be a CMA. CMA is surely not an accounting degree, where the work of accountant will finish, the work of CMA will start, because he has to analyze. So part 2 is more into financial analysis, and part 1 is more into understanding the business framework, like when we study the costing and performance and audit. So we will be very clear that how a general manager or an owner of a company looks to the company from different perspective. So it is very practical knowledge. Today we are going to discuss the budgets, which is the requirement of every company nowadays. For all managerial positions, you need to make a budget. No matter you are a head of accounts, finance, even the sales department has to make their own budgets. Even the research and development, engineering, operations, these all has to make the budgets. So that's why it's very important for everyone to how to make the budget, what is the step involved into. This is what we are going to discuss. Unit name is Budget Methodologies and Budget Preparation. Broadly, we are going to discuss what is a master budget process. I will explain you what is a master budget and how we make it. Then what are the methodologies for making budgets. We will see that how the static and flexible budgeting works. What is static, what is flexible. This is I'm going to explain today. Then if you're a company, if you're a bank, how you will select the method, which method is suitable to you. If you're a manufacturing company, which method is suitable for you. This is we will discuss today. Then we will see how we prepare, like as an overview, we'll see what is the broad steps involved in preparing the master budget. And then we have operating budget calculations in terms of production and direct material, manufacturing overheads. These are the 3 things. If you add these 3 things, it becomes manufacturing costing. We will discuss about 2 types of overheads. One is direct, one is indirect. Labor, this is directly identifiable in the product. That's why we classify separate as direct labor. Right? For example, if we have a furniture factory, the carpenter who is fixing it is a direct part of the cost, production. Right? And the supervisor who is supervising is indirect to the production. So indirect expenses here manufacturing and direct expenses will be classified directly. That will be more clear into costing. We have 4 units to discuss. Here the more focus is more about budgeting. That how budget starts, what is the first budget, what things we need to know about sales, purchase, production, and the next will be the material, labor and manufacturing overheads. Now then it will lead to finished goods inventory. What is finished good? Again, in manufacturing environment we have 3 types of inventories. One is the material, is we buy material. We make chocolates, so we buy milk, sugar, other things. Yeah. This is material. Then we have finished goods, because it's the end of the process. 2 types of inventories are clear. One is material, one is the finished good. And one is 31st of December we're making chocolates, but the auditor came and he stopped.
Basically saying, all right,
Yeah, business process re-engineering part, you forget the previous things, you do the new process. The rolling budget. Okay, now we are discussing certain types of budgeting and it has different techniques. Rolling budget is, as the name shows, rolls over the period of time. When we are saying that the zero-based, or other name could be static. Static means fixed. Suppose if you have a small brother and he takes money from you every month, say 3,000. You tell him every 3,000 is your money, and I will not give you any single penny except only 3,000. This is fixed budget. This is static. Rolling is, one day he comes to you and he said, my laptop is not working, I want to buy it new. That month, it's 6,000. So you will grant him, you will tell him, okay, no problem, it is announced. Same with the management. Some management, they are very strict, and whatever budget you approve in the start of the year, they will say, I don't want to discuss it, we'll discuss next year. Why? It's your negligence, why you didn't put into, you should have some margins into, but now I cannot do anything as chairman. So we have to, this is fixed static. Rolling is, you report something happen outside, means the visa rates, the taxes, other things goes up, cost of operation goes up. You go to management and you tell them, look, this happened, what to do? They will say, okay, no problem, this is we can absorb, we can see this is a realistic expense. This is rolling budget, which will keep rolling. If you see first quarter it was some other amount, second quarter, let's talk about the sequence as I showed you in the diagram. The sales budget is usually the first budget, followed by the production budget, then purchase, and after that there is no flow, but it will finish on income statement, and the first budget in financial will be the cash budget. Cash budget is a summary of inflow and outflow. Let me show you how the sales budget look. This is month-wise forecast. You can see in April we are expecting to sell 1,000 units and the price will be 400. So we need two things only. One is the amount, one is the units. Now this is very important, just keep in concept, because we want to sell 1,000 units. So now the next is we have to produce 1,000 units. Now my question is, if you invite 1,000 guests at your home, will you cook for 1,000 or more or less? Most of the people who are saying more, they are realistic. Why? Because suppose it's a car, we have to produce 1,000 cars.
If something is different.
One factor is some may be defective. So once it comes to customer have a test drive and he went out of the garage, like the showroom, he finds some mistake, it was a big mistake. So you have to replace it. So ideally, you produce anything, it should have excessive. So it depends now, this depends upon management. Those people who are saying that they will do less or they are the same, it's not that we should prepare always more. It depends upon management. I didn't say that those who are saying more, they are right.
Yeah.
I told all of three are right because they have their own management stance. We have to look as a CMAs, we have to prepare budget for management. If our management says that do less budgeting, the concept that we sell on credit, in the question he has to tell us 30% in the second month, 50% in the month after, and immediately 15% we will recover in the month of sales. So we have to make the same columns, put these percentages into, and we'll get the inflow month-wise from that. This is for sales. Opposite is for purchase. When we purchase something, we have terms like our supplier tell us that 50% you can pay now and 15% maybe month after, right? So this way, if suppose 45,000, 50% here, 50% here. This is how you have to make a cash outflow. And when you compare inflow with outflow, it will become your cash budget. This is how things move on. It's very logical, there is no issue at all. This is an income statement according to US GAAP. It starts with sales, beginning finished good, cost of goods sold available, ending cost of goods sold, gross margin, less selling, operating, other revenues, earning before interest and tax, and net income. And then he calculate earning per share. That is not in our course for part 1, that will be in part 2. But just to make you familiarize, if you are not an accounting background student, but if you are an accounting background student, you must know the income statement format in accounting courses you might have studied. The formula for earning per share is income available to common stock divided by weighted average number of common shares outstanding, right? And how to calculate this one, this will be in the part 2 course. This is just for your information. This is the end of our discussion. Just a summary, we discussed 2 types of budget, operating and funding. Now I'll do a couple of questions with you to tell you these are the real CMA exam based questions, which will tell you how the questions look like. Okay.